A lot of girls are starting to notice the warning signs they once ignored. It's not always cheating. Sometimes it's the constant jealousy, the disrespect, the controlling behavior, or the way he makes you feel guilty for everything. At first, you might think he's just being protective, but over time, these small signs can reveal a much bigger problem. So today, we're looking at the boyfriend behaviors you should never ignore. But before we get into it, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more. Now, let's get into it.
The fastest way to kill love is disrespect. Roll your eyes at him, cut him off when he talks, talk down to him in front of other people, laugh at his ideas, make him feel this small. A good man will not stay where he feels disrespected because respect is the foundation of how he gives and how he leads. The second he loses that, the relationship is done. Step 2, withhold your intimacy. Then make sex a bargaining chip. Weaponize intimacy. Punish him by shutting him out physically and emotionally. Make him feel like attraction is something he has to beg for. When a man feels unwanted by the woman he chose, it cuts him deeper than you think, so he will check out, and once he does, it is almost impossible to bring him back. And finally, step 3, be constantly negative. Finally, complain about everything. Focus on what he isn't instead of what he is. Criticize instead of appreciate. Nitpick the small things and ignore the effort he does put in. Nothing crushes a man faster than realizing no matter how hard he tries, he will never be enough in your eyes. So yeah, do these 3 things and you will lose a good man fast. Or you can flip it. Respect him, desire him, and appreciate him. That's how you keep a man who actually will show up for you.
Let's talk about reasons I think you should break up with your boyfriend, part 2. Also, we're getting ready for an all-white party, so we're gonna have a fun look. Number 1 is if he's the type of man you would never want to be divorced from. You should never marry someone you wouldn't want to possibly be divorced from, because if they are sneaky, malicious, and don't fight fair, that is a morality and a character flaw, and you do not want to invite that into your life. Number 2, this is a big one for me. It's that if he's rude to his mother, because the way he speaks to his mother is eventually how he's going to end up speaking to you. If there is just a lack of respect and consideration for his mother, the most important woman in his life right now, eventually there's going to be a lack of respect and consideration when he's speaking to you if you ever marry him. Number 3 is if he makes fun of your goals and your dreams. I don't care how big they are or how small they are. You don't need a man around you who's making you feel silly for wanting something in your life. I feel like a lot of men do that solely because they just want to put you down. But like literally don't let them. Like I don't care what your aspiration is, be like fuck off if they're not gonna support you. Number 4, this is a big one and not a lot of women clock it, but it's if he speaks poorly about random women that he doesn't even know. Let's be real, some men just hate women, and if he's feeling really passionate about speaking down on women who he literally doesn't know, that's a really, really big red flag. I see that as misogyny being embedded in the man, and that is not someone that you want around you or around your future daughter if you have a daughter one day. The next thing's also a big one. If he's not supportive during a time of crisis. How your partner steps up for you on the bad days is what counts the most, okay? It's easy to be a good partner on a perfect day or on a vacation or a perfect Saturday, but if they're not a good partner when you're clearly in crisis, they are not the one for you. How they are in a time of crisis is critical. Today's one of those days where my makeup is just sitting a little weird, but fuck it, we ball, we keep moving. Number 6, I think another reason you should break up with him is if you feel like you are his mommy and you're constantly mothering him. But I want to prepare you, leaving him will feel like child abandonment, but you got to do it. Number 7 is if he refuses to show interest in your interests. I think a man who refuses to show interest in whatever your hobbies and things you like are is not someone that you want to be with long term. Because in a way, it kind of shows that they don't really care to know every part of you. I had to do my eye makeup off camera. I honestly started to panic because my makeup was looking so bad. The next thing is if he has a problem with every person you are friends with or are becoming friends with, that's honestly a control tactic. He truly just wants to isolate you and you really need to run away. Number 9 is if he tries to get in between you and your education or your career. An insecure man will literally want you to have nothing but him. That way you're stuck. It's important to have something you can fall back on without him. And lastly is if he lacks basic life skills like doing his fucking laundry, keeping his space clean, taking care of himself. It's crazy that I even have to say that, but there's a lot of men out there that literally lack basic life skills, and then you end up like taking care of them and being their mommy, and you don't want to be with someone like that. Love you guys. I need to go fix my hair and my life and my makeup and just everything.
I've been with my husband for 9 years, and you need to dump your man if he does any of these things. If he calls you names or he yells at you, goodbye. Not once in 9 years has my husband called me anything at all, not even dumb. If he can't apologize on his own without you prompting him and without him giving excuses, goodbye. If he makes you cry and he makes you sad, honestly, goodbye. Why are you with him? That's your enemy. That's not your boyfriend. Every relationship that I had before this, I was in tears like all the time, and I would be crying and I'd be like, oh, relationships are so hard. And no, no, they just don't like you that much. It's actually that simple. They just don't like you that much. If anything he does for you is thrown in your face later on, like, remember when goodbye. When he was my fiance, my husband sold his BMW for me and bought me a brand new car, and he never once brought that up, ever. So your man does not need to be bringing up that he bought you flowers one time. If he never surprises you with anything nice and you've been together for at least a year, goodbye.
Here are reasons why I think that you should probably break up with your boyfriend, and I'm a good source because I ended a relationship this year of 6.5 years, so you should listen to me. If he drives recklessly or dangerously, especially when you are in the car, you need to break up with him, because what that communicates to me is that he doesn't care about your life, he doesn't care about his own life, and he doesn't care about other people's lives. Driving can be really scary. You can get in a horrible car accident and really hurt people, and road rage is just never worth it, and that also tells me that he has no patience and can't control his emotions. If you don't like his friends, you should break up with him, because friends are usually a reflection of your values, the way that you see the world, because you get to choose your friends. And if they're saying things that you don't like or that you think are wrong or are insensitive or inappropriate, odds are he's saying those things, you're just not in the room for it. If you're in a fight or an argument and he starts calling you names, break up with him. That is not what you do with someone that you love. If he's a bad friend, never makes plans with his friends, never puts any energy into the relationship, never plans hangouts, you should break up with him. If you feel like you are constantly apologizing or embarrassed by his behavior in public or in front of your friends and family, you should break up with him. I feel like that one's really obvious. Just had to sprinkle that in there. Lastly, if you are even thinking about breaking up with someone, you probably just should. It's something that you're constantly thinking about, going through the pros and cons in your head. I know it sucks and I know it's scary, but you should probably break up with them.
If your boyfriend is doing any of these things, I think you should break up with him. Part 2. Again, I am going to be brutally honest. If your man is dropping you off and he doesn't wait for you to get in the house before he pulls off, he doesn't like you. And actually, he doesn't care if you live or die. Now, say you are leaving his house, right? It could be 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 2 a.m. If he does not text you within the amount of time it should take you to get home, again, he doesn't like you and he doesn't care if you live or die. Why wouldn't you want to know if your girl got home safely? If he goes into a gas station or a convenience store and he does not ask you if you want something, or if he doesn't bring you like a drink or anything, he doesn't like you. He doesn't care if you're thirsty. He doesn't care if you're snackish. I know that sounds like a little thing, but I swear there is a bigger picture there. If your man hangs out with his guy friends every single weekend and he doesn't like you, he likes hanging out with his friends. You only have 2 days off and you're gonna spend them with the boys every weekend. If your man has ever tried to persuade you to have a threesome and that's something that you are not into, he doesn't like you. He likes you with another girl. Men that are super lustful like that will always want another girl one way or another, so just spare yourself. If your man yells at you, he doesn't like you. If he calls you stupid, ugly, fat, he does not like you. Someone talks to you like that, it's only gonna get worse. If your man uses other girls to make you jealous, he doesn't like you. Examples are if he follows at X because he knows that you will get mad at that. If he likes bikini pictures because he knows that you're lurking. If he follows a whole bunch of random girls one day because you guys are in an argument. And God forbid if they look nothing like you. If you're pregnant and your man is treating you terribly, unfortunately, my love, he does not like you. I want you to know how he's treating you now is a total reflection on how he's going to treat you when your baby gets here. I know these last ones are going to be very controversial, so just get ready. But if you want to get married, because I know a lot of you are convinced that marriage is just a piece of paper and having a baby is a lesser... Sorry. and having a baby is a lesser commitment than getting married. So I'm saying, if you want to get married, you are pregnant, now you done had the baby, now the baby's 1, now the baby's 2, now the baby's 3, 4, 5, and that man has still not proposed, he's not gonna, and he doesn't like you. Go be with someone that sees the value in marrying you. And even if you don't have a baby, really want that commitment from your man and you feel like it's been a decent amount of time, he doesn't like you and you need to leave that man. When I make these videos, I am not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm genuinely trying to help you. This is a beauty page for women and I just try to teach you guys how to feel beautiful. And the people that you surround yourself with can have a lot to do with how you feel. They can make you feel inspired. They can make you feel motivated. They can make you feel happy. They can make you feel sad. They can make you feel ugly, or they can make you feel beautiful. I hope this video was helpful for you, and I will see you in my next one.
Absolutely valid reasons to break up with your boyfriend. Number one is watching porn, and I will die on this hill. You can say it's meaningless, you can say it doesn't affect your brain or whatever, but I'm telling you, porn addiction is extremely real. It tears people apart, it tears relationships apart, it destroys self-esteem, it destroys the way that you act in the bedroom. Like, a man that has that is almost never going to change. In some situations, obviously they do, but for the most part, they're not going to change. And I know from the outside looking in, you're like, it's so easy, like they can just not watch it. Like, they have me, why do they need it? There's no logical explanation. You cannot do anything about it. You can never be enough for him if he's addicted to watching that. There's also a lot of situations where they will drag you down with them. The way that porn works, I don't know if I should be saying corn, whatever. Just like any other addiction, there's a gateway and then it's just a desire for more and more and more. And you go so far to where that's how I've literally seen it turn people like gay, which sounds crazy because that's not how that works, but I've seen it happen. Or they'll be watching things they never thought that they would watch. And that is it is a huge problem. It's a huge problem, and it's like something that I firmly believe you should not even mess with. At the first sign of that, you need to run, because that man is not the man that you want to spend your life with, that you want to have your kids with, that you want to be around you always. Sorry, that one kind of took up this whole thing, but maybe I'll make a part 2. Anyways, if he claims he's addicted to it, or he will stop, or if he even pulls like everybody does it, not everybody does it. And I have many men that I'm friends with that will tell you that firsthand, that will back up exactly what I'm saying now. Run.
Here are some more things that I would cut a guy off for if I were looking for a partner. I feel like in my last video, my reasons were received pretty well, so here are some more, and I guess we'll see if these ones are received well or not. The first one is, if you call me any kind of dehumanizing name, no. Chick, broad, female is one for me. I know that so many people are okay with that word. I know that even women use that word a lot. I don't care. It is a dehumanizing word, especially when for women you say females, but for men you say men or man. And 90% of the time, people who use the word female do that. So absolutely not. If you ever call me any of those words, I will correct you on the spot and then also let you know that I have absolutely no intention of wasting any more of my time with you. You are not above me simply for being a man, and I certainly would never date a man who thinks that. The guy is showing signs that he is really reactive. I am immediately turned off by that. So a great example of this is something like road rage. If you have road rage, it means you're very emotionally reactive. You are quick to be triggered, to get pissed off, to throw a fit, whatever. I find it so unattractive and childish. If a man uses Snapchat, no. We're adults. I don't use Snapchat. Why do you use Snapchat? Grow up. If I am seeing a guy and I'm starting to kind of pick up on some signs of a lack of independence, I'm probably going to cut it off. I am fully hyper independent, eldest daughter. I was that kid that I had to help raise my siblings even when I was a child myself. In my adult age, if I feel like you're the kind of guy that I'm essentially going to have to take care of you, no, I'm not doing it. And obviously, when you're looking for a partner, this does need to be someone that you can rely on, and you would hope that you would be reliable for them. I'm not dumb. I understand that in relationships, you are going to need to kind of take care of each other, especially at different points in your life. However, with me, if you're giving the vibe that you can't take care of yourself on your own, no. Or if you're kind of giving this vibe of the second that we enter into a relationship, you're going to go completely hands off and expect me to take care of you like your mom. No. And the last one is if you neg me at all. No. Especially in the early stages, I am going to dip out of there so fast. I do not have time for insecure men. I simply just don't. As someone who I grew up getting picked on and being very insecure, I come from a more traumatic childhood. I get it. But the difference between a deeply insecure adult and me is I actually put in the work to fix my problems, and you didn't. And your problems are not my problems, so I'm not going to stick around and deal with them.